Hello, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor here. So Sunday series coaching continues. Tonight, I'm going to show y'all a couple strategies we use to post for deals, material. It even works for handyman, anything you need, mobile home investing related, how we post advertisement, right? And this is actually a topic that we cover pretty in depth in a lot of our coaching. So, all right. Anybody have any questions at any point, just drop it on the comment box here. You're welcome to unmute yourself at any time, raise your hand, whatever you like. Do stay pay attention to the chat box. There are a lot of advertisements that are posted on there as well. And then towards the end, of course, we do a Q&A, so any questions you may have, happy to answer those as well. But all right, when you think about advertising for mobile homes, and I mean, this could be for, like I said, it could be for material, which we use a lot for social media. Y'all will hear me in many videos, many coaches that we do on other podcasts as well, is we don't run to Home Depot or Lowe's right away. We try not to anyway. You know, the number one source to getting material is always off market any way possible. That's really how we strategically do it. Now, some of those that we're talking about is very much Craigslist, which yes, we use it. A lot of people still ask, is that even still around? Yes, it's still around, and yes, still has a lot of spam, but you have to filter through that. We use Let Go Classified OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. That is the biggest one, and that's the one that I'm going to be showing y'all. And any other sites that you can find. People always tell me about all these other ones that they're out there, right? If there's other sites available, other apps that you can use them, especially if they're free. That's the thing about it, is if it's free and you can use it, use it. I just have a set amount that I like to use, and it works out for us. But by all means, explore all the above, right? So think about, and I'm going to wait a second here. A couple of people are still trying to join into the call, so we'll give them a second before we start showing Facebook. But think about material. Think about posting a deal or acquiring a deal. You know, the best mobile home deals are, much like real estate, are going to be off-market deals. Okay. Now, if you see them posted online, and I don't mean online as in Zillow or Truly a realtor, you know, if they're posted there, they're not a deal for you anyway. Not unless you're looking for something with land or a park or something like that. And then possibly you can make into a deal. But if it's posted somewhere, odds are it's not that great of a deal, or it's not going to last, because good deals don't last, right? And that's what we're searching for, is off-market deals that we can find that nobody else knows about. So, and that could be for any strategy, whether you're trying to wholesale it, grab it, flip it, whatever it may be. You know, you're trying to. All right, I'm hoping everybody can hear me. If any glitches, let me know. I keep seeing Zoom kind of act up on me here for a second, so y'all bear with me. A couple of people are trying to get into. Here we go. You know, we had the first the first coffee with Jay, Mobile Home Investing, on 2 Saturdays ago. And it turns out that Zoom was doing an update during the call, and it didn't let but a couple people get into the call. So that was not very good. So I'm hoping we have no issues of that going on tonight. But let me know. Like I said, we are live on Instagram as well. I was trying to link Clubhouse on here as well, but that didn't happen. So I hear them over there talking about Airbnb still. All right, let's jump on. Any questions, y'all can hit me up at the end. All right, so again, keep in mind, I use the same format for everything, whether it's Craigslist, Let Go, Classified, OfferUp, it does not matter. Usually it's a lot of copy paste kind of thing. And I'm going to show you a couple of things of how I do it on Facebook. Facebook is the biggest, and it's growing. Okay, when you think about Craigslist, go to any state, for instance, and we're going to use Georgia as an example. If I wanted to post a mobile home for sale, or look for a mobile home, or material, or handyman, or whatever it is I may need, and I'm trying to find it somewhere around Atlanta area, you will notice that when you go to the cities that you can post in, you will find Atlanta, and then you will find Macon, and then you will find something further away, which means there's only about 5 or 6 really cities that are listed on Craigslist. Now, you know that Georgia has a lot more than that, and a lot more counties as well, but you just kind of have to post it as near as by possible and just hope that kind of works out. And it does okay for the most part. But when you think about all right, when you think about Facebook, Facebook has a group for every county, every city, and continues to grow. And that's what I'm referring to. I'm going to show you here in a second on Facebook groups. You can add numerous pages, and that's what all of you should be doing, right? Everybody should be adding multiple pages every day, because that's where you're going to be posting. Okay, I'll give you an example of how I would post for each one of whatever it is that I'm looking for. But again, it makes it that much more convenient because you're actually targeting the exact county, city, wherever it is that you're trying to advertise to, and not something 50 miles away, if you will. I'm going to mute a couple of you on here, avoid a little bit of background noise. So, okay. All right. I'm not going to show you how to use Facebook. I think all of y'all probably know how to use it better than I do. And if not, you can figure it out. So go to your Facebook and of course groups. Now, for those of you starting out and getting into mobile home investing, I do suggest you getting maybe a different profile. I've seen a lot of investors that come in here, start trying to add a lot of pages and try to post on a whole lot of pages every day. And what ends up happening is Facebook usually spams you because it sees a lot of activity that is not commonly used by you, which means you're just doing it too quickly. That being said, is I will do less every day, or like I said, instead of having your Facebook blocked, deleted, I've seen that happen as well. And if it is something that you have for multiple years, you may not want to get your Facebook deleted. So create you a new one just for mobile home investing purposes, right? And that could be for any business, really. Only a suggestion. Okay. So these are actually my groups that I follow, and I have thousands and thousands because keep this in mind. Wherever it is that you're trying to invest in, right? It could be the city where you're at, the county where you're at, or it could be the next state, wherever it is that you're trying to. That is where you want to add multiple groups to your Facebook, right? I'm going to give you an example too. So let's say I was trying to get into Atlanta, Georgia. Now, what you want to do is always add, because there's a lot of pages that you don't want to really even mess or include. They're just going to spam you, block you. And again, if you have one of those too many, Facebook will take over and block you themselves. Then you're in a bit of an issue, right? So if I was going to do Atlanta, Georgia, obviously I don't want to add Atlanta, Georgia pets. There's nothing about mobile home related that I'm going to post on pets that's going to be related to. Atlanta, Georgia bicycles, Atlanta, Georgia furniture, Atlanta, Georgia hospital, whatever it may be, right? So what we're trying to stick to is more so buy, sell, garage, right? So something as simple as Atlanta, Georgia, buy. And I'm almost certain I have all the pages on here. If not, that's because it's a new one or I just missed it, right? So here's what I would be paying attention to these pages, right? Okay, so these are maybe a couple I haven't added. So pay attention to the members. You know, that's the biggest thing is when you're adding group pages, if you're going to add group pages that have 300, 400 members, that's not big enough yet to do a whole lot of advertising in a sense. I mean, I would wait until they grow into at least a K, maybe 2,000 members. But something like this one where you have 39,000 members in the city of Atlanta, that's a pretty big group. And the thing about this is if you post something that somebody feels like they want to share, make it shareable so people can share it and share it. And that's what the beauty of Facebook is. All my posts that I post throughout the day, throughout the evening, whenever I do post them on here, they typically get reshared multiple times in pages I'm not even on really. So that, again, it just spreads further and further, and that's what you want, okay? Here's another one. This one, a little smaller, obviously. Okay, what are we doing? $1K, okay, Spanish pages. Here's something else, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a tip. Wow, 82,000 members. Wow, okay. When you're thinking about selling a mobile home, you know, and we sell to any and everybody, we're equal and fair across the board. But Spanish community tends to be a great buyer. They usually have cash up front. They usually come in and buy quickly, close quickly, and move in. Along with that, if you're looking for a handyman, for instance, right, handyman, a plumber, an electrician, etc., this would be a good place to post. And I know some of you may be thinking, well, if it's a Spanish page, do I need to go post in Spanish? Facebook has a translator, so no, you can actually go and post in English, and anybody interested enough, they can go and click translate, and they can see what you're posting in whatever language it is. That could be for any of these, Chinese, Asian, I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Looking for employment, and again, all these, you should be just going down the line, add all these pages. Some of these will put you on pending status, means it'll take maybe a day, 2 days for them to approve you before you can actually be part of the group. And as soon as you are, let me go to my groups again. That's when you can start posting. So what kind of post do I typically come in here? And I actually have not done my post for this evening. So I'm going to just go pick one real quick. Doesn't matter. Let's do Dublin, Georgia, yard sale, where we actually have inventory, quite a bit of inventory, by the way, if anybody's interested. Okay. I'm trying to keep y'all out of what they call Facebook jail, by the way. So this is why I keep saying spam. Okay. Here's how it works. If you get spam one time too many, okay, and yes, rules change every day, and Facebook blocks you, for instance, they will give you a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before you can post anything, which means that if you post anything on any of these pages and people are replying to it, you can't like it, you can't reply, you can't do anything. You simply just seeing it because you do not have access to respond to anything or add anything new for that time period. You can go dispute it, try to show different reasons why you posted what you did, but overall what I'm saying is, look, pay attention to the page rules and regulations. Each one of them has it. Abide by them, and that's what I meant by don't add pages that you probably shouldn't be adding anyway, such as pets, furniture, things like that. That's not for mobile homes, so I wouldn't be posting stuff like that. Now when you get in here, you have the option to put a discussion, which is nothing more than something like this. Somebody dropped a comment, okay, or you can sell something. And of course, you have a few other options here. Again, I'm not going to teach you how to use Facebook. If you sell something, it needs to be something that you're actually selling. It does not matter what it may be, okay, as long as, again, it goes with the page. But if I was going to sell an actual mobile home, then I would come in here and post it under sell something, put the details, information, and drop it on here. If you go to sell something and you post, I'm looking to buy a mobile home, that's an advertisement that Facebook's going to flag immediately because you're not selling anything. You're just blasting advertisements, which that's what, in a way, they don't want you to do. So don't do that. Don't go in here and sell something when you're not selling anything, right? Stick to discussions. Now, once you get to discussions on here, this is where you're nothing more than dropping a comment, if you will. I'm just coming in and dropping a quick little comment. So simple, straight to the point. Some of you want to write paragraphs, want to write books. Nobody's reading it. Nobody's paying no attention to your book you're posting on here. So make it short, direct, and interesting, right? Looking to buy mobile homes. Anyone selling? I pay cash for mobile homes. I buy and close mobile homes quickly. These are just a few that I'm posting. See what I mean? Just quick, direct. I typically don't put my number on here, not on Facebook anyway, because again, people just go to your profile, send you a DM message, or drop a comment on here. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and post it on here. And again, some of these have a timing where it may take a day to, I mean, it could take even longer. I've seen it where the actual page has to approve your post before you can actually go on here. Now, that's not the issue that we had here. As you can see, it immediately posts it. Now, notice I am at the very top on this page at this time, obviously, because I just posted it. Now, what are you thinking about 5, 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes or an hour? The comment is going to drop and continue to come down. So this is where you're going to have to stick to consistency on this. And this is for all social media is you want to constantly be posting on here so that your ads are on top at all times, right? So people can see them. Very few people come in here and immediately start scrolling down further and further down to try to find your post. So use consistency. And this goes the same thing for a lot of you are still using bandit signs. I don't suggest those at all. They've been terrible for us, and we've used them in many states, many city counties. They don't do very well. They typically get tossed to the side. That you got lawn cares coming by, they ruin them. If you do use bandit signs, I say use a post up high. So don't put it next to the ground, or if there's 20 other bandit signs, I would suggest that's probably not a good place for you. You just one more sign out there. Nobody else is reading those at that time. So any questions? Let's see. I think we got a few new people on here, so welcome everybody. Good evening, Prim. Question that you know. Yep. Here's email. Yeah, so we have these emails. We have the CRM email database. If any of you is not part of it and you're not getting advertisements on these coachings, make sure you send us your email directly to. There's a couple emails listed on the chat box. Okay. How often would you say it's safe to post? Once per group. Okay. So here's what I would do. This one here that I posted, literally, this is what I do. Come in here. Now, I just don't like typing. That's what it is, right? Copy it. And then I'm going to go to the next page and the next page, meaning the next group and the next group. But pick a radius. And that's what I mean is, focus on where it is that you're trying to invest in. If you try to invest in Atlanta, I would create a radius of about 20, 30 miles and pick up every group that you can in that area and just blast. I would say stick to around no more than about 20 pages, maybe. If you're new to this, starting to just do it, don't flag Facebook by overdoing it. I would say maybe 5, 10 first week, then bump up to maybe 15 groups the next week and just post. Now, the best timing is always in the evening, by the way. Some of you like to get up and yes, it just feels like you're being productive. First thing in the morning, let me go blast Facebook. That's not what our clientele is doing. Nobody's going to respond to that. And by the time people get to it, your post will be so far down, nobody's going down to see it, right? So yeah, post in the evening. And same group, I would say don't do the same group over and over. If I did this group today, I probably won't do it again till maybe next week. Now, I post in so many cities and so many states that, for me to post in this one again, it may be, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks before I do. But if it depends on the groups you are, just avoid posting over and over, or you can get spammed again by the group. Are there specific times to post holidays are there specific times to post holidays to post? Yes. Yeah, I've said it before in the past. A few of the coachings I've done is, when people have get-togethers, holidays, they're either doing one or two things: watching sports on TV, on their phone playing, or scrolling through Facebook, right? Typically. So therefore, yes, I would say on weekends or on holidays, that's when you want to double the post. And by double the post, I don't mean double in the same group, but just do more pages at that time. Advertise just a little bit more. We typically pick up more deals on holiday weekends than we do any other time. If people are just on their phones. All right. So again, a quick little tip on this. So just like I posted for looking to buy a mobile home, anyone selling, again, if you're looking for material, do the exact same thing. And this is just our go-to. So when you think about mobile home investing, I mean, this is our platforms that we use. Facebook Marketplace is the biggest one. It's still growing. That could be for material. If you're looking for a contractor or a handyman, you can post. This is where we post many times. Of course, we go through a thorough interview post effect. But starting out, we always come in here and simply post, have a couple mobile homes to rehab, any contractors in the area, ? And just see what kind of reaction you get. You will get comments, you will get posts, DMs, etc. Get their numbers and do an interview. That's for a whole different coaching we can do on that call in itself. Anybody else have any questions? Drop them on here. Let me advertise a couple things here. Moved along pretty good on this call here. Same for you, Instagram. If you have any questions, just drop a comment, wave, or I don't know if you can unmute yourself. But Saturdays we have started. We've done 2 calls so far. I like them. Coffee and Mobile Home Investing with Jay. That's not so much of a coaching call as it's much more of network. That's what we're trying to do, is have people network. We will have a couple coaches come on the call and talk on there. We will also have other people and investors come in and talk about their deals, some things that we're trying out. And of course, we're always dropping tips, nuggets, suggestions, any way we can help you. We do talk about that as well. But definitely join us every Saturday at 10 a.m. It's a 30-minute call. You can jump on. We go live on Instagram, on Facebook. I am working on Clubhouse, so we will have Clubhouse going live as well pretty soon. Okay, we'll have that on there. But should you create a separate profile to list discussions? Eric, I would say you're creating a different profile just so you can use for mobile home investing purposes. So yeah, I mean, if you don't mind using your personal people to go to it, that's the thing. So it's up to you, but I would suggest yes. Tuesdays we have Let's Do Deals, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also a free call. Visit GarciaMHU.com. That is the best way for you to find our social media links to everything: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We drop nuggets. This call is being recorded. Anybody want to catch the replay on that as well? Go visit our YouTube. It will be posted. The coffee call from Saturday was just posted, so that is up on there as well. Somebody asked about that earlier. Yes, we uploaded that one as well. So plenty of coachings to come. Okay, we have some big stuff coming for 2022. We'll start advertising about that very soon. But at this time, we're just growing more and more calls. We have the call that's starting out very soon on Wednesday evenings. That's going to be about an hour, hour and a half. And that's going to be very direct coaching, something even as simple as advertising, which is huge. You have to advertise consistently. 7 days a week, by the way. If anybody's wondering, how many days a week should you post? 7 days a week. Okay, every day. You can never advertise over. Okay, so but something like this, on a Wednesday call, we would go very much in depth. We would maybe even blast a few live ones and see what kind of reactions we have. Somebody already hit the like on this one here, so let's see what kind of reaction this gets. And this is just a tester. I mean, I wasn't really trying to post on East Georgia, but that's okay. We may. Any other questions before we go? Trying to read here real quick. All right. Well, let's all get back on here on Tuesday. I know we'll have a few deals to present. Some of you are wondering, where can you get your first deal? On Let's Do Deals call on Tuesday at 7 p.m. We have deals we present every day. They're available to anyone who is interested. So if you're ready for your first, next, or additional deal, come join us at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, and we will see you there. All right. Well, thank you all for joining this evening, and we look forward to seeing you then. Good evening.